Alright, I got lots of comments from you guys asking why wasn't Philoctetes in the hero deck. Now, obviously, if you don't know Phil, he costs 4, he's Inkable, he's a 2/3, quests for 2, and he has 2 abilities that do care about heroes. I did say that there weren't a lot of things in here that cared about heroes, and I completely glossed over Phil for a stupid reason. It's a dumb reason. But his abilities read, your hero characters gain Challenger 1, and whenever you play a hero character, gain 1 lore. Now, it's not really an excuse, but for the dumb reason why he wasn't in the deck, or I forgot to mention him entirely, was mainly because when I was doing the filtering up here and searching for heroes, for some reason, his keywords in the text of the card itself didn't register and didn't show up. He just didn't appear in the list. So I typed in hero, so obviously I was getting Robin Hood, I was getting Anna's, I was getting Calhoun. All these guys have the hero in their name. And I think where it got mixed up was I was looking for characteristics of a card, and Phil is not a hero in his characteristics, which is why he would not have shown up. The second reason why we forgot about him is because, well, I forgot about him. I forgot he existed. But having actually gone back and looked at it, I still wouldn't put him in this list. He would not have made the cut at the end of the day, mainly because we are trying to hit a curve, and by the time we've curved up and we're playing our 4-drop, likely we want it to be Flaversham anyway. Maybe an Anna if we've got the hero curve working out. But if we have the hero curve working out, playing Phil's not so great because we've dumped our hand and the heroes are mostly on the field already, so a little less synergistic. And then if we're going the hero route, we just want to draw cards at that point instead, and we're just building up. And then maybe Phil's a turn 5, turn 6 play, and maybe he's decent after that. He could still see a 2-of in this deck. We did talk about, which card was it? Was it the Sail that I didn't like very much? One of these cards in here didn't do as much as I wanted, so maybe this is the card we bring down a few copies of and slot in Phil. That's another thing when you're sailing up in ink, you really don't want to play Phil anymore, because then you've lost a turn to play heroes unless you can turn that extra ink you get from Sail into a Robin Hood specifically, because he's the only one in here at the 1-drop that you could play. I don't know, he just didn't feel very synergistic. He felt very clunky. To get him into play so he could start working felt very much like you're just going to take a turn off to do it. And taking a turn off in a deck that already is fairly aggro, I mean, Anna's bumping lore into other places. Alice is protecting and bumping lore into places. Calhoun is doing the challenging and gaining the lore from that. In fact, there's Thebes. Thebes is maybe the one location that I would add in here instead, just because it really helps Calhoun. When a character banishes another character, gain 2 lore. Well, Calhoun banishing a character on Thebes, it's just 4 lore gained. So I probably wouldn't bring in Phil. If I was going to bring in something, I might bring in Thebes just for that one little thing, because then also that's why Robin's in here. He's a big boy who wants to attack as well. And then to address your other comments, the 2 big ones, obviously 2 of these cards in this deck cost a lot of money. Robin Hood and Beast. So I've done 2 things with this deck. I did make it so Beast was only a 2-of, not a 4-of. That helps alleviate the price of a Beast. And then for Robin Hood, he's a 3-of instead of a 4-of. Again, that saves you $25 if you're trying to build this deck. If you were going to do replacements, I would recommend Jim Hawkins in place of the Robin Hoods. You do lose your 1-drop Robin Hood, so your 1-drop slot becomes a lot weaker, but there is the shift Jim. Robin's mainly in here. Yes, he's a hero, but he's mainly in here to be a big body that can attack. Jim, being a shift 3 and a 5/5, is also a big body that can attack. That's a very easy budget replacement. And as far as Beast goes, I'm sorry to say, you're out of luck. Beast is the only thing that does what Beast does, and he's really, really good. And there's nothing that comes close. You can replace it for whatever you want, but it's not going to be a Beast. So if you want to save yourself the $36 a piece, there are 2 of them in this deck, you're just going to have to play something worse. I hate to say it, we need reprints of Beast. That's it, we just need reprints of Beast, just to bring his price down. It's unfortunate, but that is the way it is, which is why they should make starter decks that include these expensive cards. I like my card games being played. I don't like my card games being expensive. So, there's that. Now that I've wasted all of your time, let's actually look at the deck. And this deck is also, funny enough, does have Philoctetes. It's a Hercules deck. The only card in this deck that is not Hercules is Fire the Cannons. And I'll give a brief rundown. It's in here for Diablos. It's in here for Cinderellas. It's in here so you don't lose the game instantly when you realize you're playing against something very strong and very meta. That's what this card is in here for. Nothing really replaces it in the 1-drop slot, so it's in here. Everything else is a Hercules card though. This is based off of one of your guys' suggestions in the comments. Can you build a Hercules and a Hades deck? Now, I wasn't sure if that commenter meant, can I build 2 new starter decks? So I took it as, let's just build a deck that has Hercules and Hades in it. And I'm excited because this Hades has notoriously looked awful, and I think we might be able to do some good work with this Hades in this deck because there's a lot of Hercules. There are a lot of Hercules, and they can be a little pricey, and it would be very cool to just use his ability, exert him, banish one of your other characters, play a character with the same name as the banished character for free. So play a 2-drop Hercules, 3-drop Hercules, 4-drop Hades. On turn 5, we can just banish one of the quests with the little guy, obviously. Banish the little guy, play a big guy. And we can also do that with Pegasus. We don't need to do this shift unless you really want to be able to quest with him immediately. Just a kind of a free way to get some big stuff out, which seems really cool. I'm excited for that. I don't know if it's gonna be good. It's gonna be cool. Phil is in this deck largely because Hercules. That's actually a double entendre. It's in here because he's a Hercules character, but also the only heroes in the deck are Hercules. There's a lot of Hercules, but it turns out he's the only hero. So Phil only really works with them, so he's a 2 of. So take that with a grain of salt. Everything else, you're gonna notice some missing characters, like the Muses is not in here. I'm only running 4 songs, so Muses wasn't going to be strong, so it's just not in here. I'm very excited for Hera. Haven't really got to see this card do anything. 3 cost, 1/3 quest for 2, who has ward, gives ward to your character's name Zeus, we are running a Zeus, and gives evasive to your character's name Hercules. Running a lot of Hercules. It's my favorite character. I'm very excited to play this deck. And then of course Megra also combos with Hercules. This is kind of just a Hercules deck with a little bit of Hades. Whenever you play a character named Hercules, you may ready this character. It's a 4/4 that quests for 2 and has ward. Yeah, you can pump out quite a lot of stuff with this. The other change I would make to the deck, if I wanted to play the Muses, I would bring in Bippity Boppity Boo as well, because then you have a little bit more synergy in the song package for the Muses. But when you have Megara online and you have a Bippity Boppity Boo and some Hercules, Megara kind of can go nuts. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Hercules is the best character in everything. Just period. Every day for the month of December, I will be giving away some awesome prizes to you guys. I've built custom packs of 10 cards each that contain 6 to 7 rare cards, 1 to 3 super rares, and 1 legendary. Then, starting on the 28th, I will be giving away the 4 grand prizes: a Lorcana Stitch gift set as prize 4, 4 copies of the Dragonfire DLC promo as prize 3, 1 booster box of Azurite Sea plus a random Lorcana playmat as prize 2, and the grand prize will be an Enchanted Yzma and an Enchanted Wreck-It Ralph. All you need to do to win one of the custom packs is be a subscriber here on YouTube and leave a comment on and share each day's latest upload, including this video. To enter to win one of the 4 grand prizes, you'll need to join my Patreon at the $25 tier, which will be linked in the description below. Now, let's jump in and see if we can't win a few. Going second. Oh boy, if you made it to the first game here, congratulations, because that intro was long. We had a lot to say, but finally we're into this. Let's see. Thebes could be good because, I mean, Hercules, while not being super strong, we could just be super aggro, and then I got the Shift Pegasus. That's pretty nice. And we definitely want Fire the Cannons in our opening hand, no matter what deck we're playing against. It's not always going to be there, but, you know, it is what it is. But I think I'm going to send back a Hercules. I'm going to send back the Meg, and I'm probably going to send back the Thebes because I'm going to go on curve here, I think. 1, 2, 3. See if we can squeeze this in somewhere. All right, let's give it a whirl. We are going second. Oh boy. I know we got the shift 4, but the Hades is cool. Hades is cool because he makes playing this Hercules free. Free, that means I could do other things. That's where the value is going to be. I can feel it. Now, we're going to ink Megra, unfortunately. I do got a lot of Hercules to go with her, but she is expensive, and we don't want her right now. Before we do anything, what did they ink? They inked a Let It Go. So all I know is we are on items and Sapphire. Just, yeah, that's it. All right, ink Pegasus. Deal with Pegasus. Another popsicle. And we're inking Anna. Okay. That was for you guys' benefit. I knew what I was playing against. I really enjoyed the feedback of featuring the previous video's deck to play against. So I did that on purpose. Look at all my Hercules. Man, the Mega Rev would feel really good right about now, huh? So they're going to go into turn 3, so I think I need to bolt this, unfortunately, which means I'm not doing anything else. But I don't want to deal with a big Robin Hood this early. So I'm gonna hit him with the cannons to the face. Quest for 1. Pass the turn. I said bolt. If you don't know, that's just a Magic the Gathering reference. You just play lightning bolt. Just bolt them. Ooh, Hera. Hera curving out into my Hercules characters. I like that. Thank you. So if I play Hercules and then play Hades, I have a nice shift into Hercules, or even a Hades, just force a Hercules down. But I don't know, I like this. Now we're going to go Hercules because this is fun to just throw down. No bodyguard, thank you. This is fun to just throw down out of nowhere and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, Hercules can attack your Diablo. He can. Even this Hercules is already Diablo deadly. Okay, I like that. Ink Pegasus, play the Hades. Anna's are pumped up, don't like that, but we will be able to just destroy them. Again, I can shift, or I can use Hades' ability, get you down, and then still play something else like a Hera. I like that a lot. If this Hades was big enough, I would attack in, but he's not. Alright, so first things first. Quest. And then I'm going to activate Hades' ability. We're going to banish a Hercules. Play a Hercules. Yes, I can't attack the same turn. That's a little bit of a downside, but it feels pretty cool. Play the Hera. Now I got an evasive resist boy. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I just need to find the Zeus just to get full power out of this. I need to start attacking. I'm getting too excited about playing Hercules. I need to actually start caring about what's on the board. It's very easy for me to just get swept away with the fact that I'm playing Hercules cards. I'm definitely a nerd when it comes to him. Ooh, Megara, and then I can get you. I can even cheese you out. Yeah, we're gonna play good old Meg. It's time to take things out. Everything's got resist, so I gotta watch out for that. These are not heroes, though, so Anna will get shut off if I take one down. They will have to play another one. So let's go ahead and take you out. Let's go ahead and... I will challenge here, just to get the damage on him. Yeah. Yeah. And I will quest. Alright. Okay. Seems fine. Ooh. Don't like Zeus murdering Hercules. That's blasphemous. There's the big Anna. They got it. Yeah, it's getting a little too carried away with my Hercules characters. I kind of let this board get a little bit out of control. It's okay. It's okay. Cogsworth can go. Not a great card to draw. Ink you. Let's see. This is just simply readied. Doesn't say anything about not being able to quest again, which is really great. But I'm thinking I'll have these two take down Cogsworth. Then I will play Hercules, which will re-ready Megara. Megara can then take out Anna, probably, because it's the greatest inker. And there are already 4 items, so they're 50% of the way through their items, so hopefully they don't have another one. That means Flaversham's not as potent. Alright, let's do it. I gotta take out Cogsworth first. Because of the resist. Take you out. And then we can play Hercules. Ready Megara. Megara now takes out Anna. And just to have some damage on him. That way he's easier to take out on a following turn. Not bad. And I got a big Herc. It requires some pretty good removal. Like a Zeus. As predicted though, they were not able to play another item. We are getting really far ahead on this though. When you play this, choose and disc. Oh, I don't have another card. No, and I can't ink you. I'm stuck with you. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Hades deals with Flaversham. Megara can deal with Anna. And then Herc's not doing anything. He could quest. Or, since, you know, the quest is all the same, take this out with Herc. Finish off the job here. No matter who Hades attacks, Hades is gone. Let's finish this off. Let's take you out. And I'll quest, since I can't do any challenging. Robin gets to still challenge. It still gets to gain the lore, which is really tough for us. They have 4 cards in hand. They basically just have to play the board, and then there's almost nothing I can do at that point. Yeah, Alice is just game. There's nothing. It's even got ward. Can't interact with it. Can't interact with it. Play you. Discard a Hercules. We do what we can. It's not enough. I definitely disregarded the board in favor of playing my favorite cards. Oh, such an easy trap to fall into. I forgot about the Imperial Bows in that deck, so they had a greater than 50% chance to draw an item. There it is, though. Man, they just had removal still. They were good. They were good to go. It is a solid deck, that hero deck. Ooh, gets to go first now. This time I won't try to just be so amazed by all my Hercules cards. Alright, let's put a bunch. That's such a great card, if I can get it down. Let's put everything but Hercules and Meg back. That's right, keep the lovers. Okay, that's an awkward hand. This is going to be very late. I think we've already lost. This game is over. I can't play anything for many turns. Inkta, we don't talk about Bruno. Okay. If I play this now, it doesn't do much, but it does allow me to be aggressive and still gain lore. So, with that, let's go ahead and let's get it in play. It could be relevant. It could be relevant to me catching up. I am definitely behind. That's an Ursula who misses. What did they ink? They inked one and played one. Okay. Banish chosen item or location. Okay. Well, if this is starting to look like a Emerald Steel, and if that's the case, this could be really good against Hidden Cove. However, I just need to ink something so I can play something. I'm thinking ink you, play you, discard the other one. Or setting up Hercules for a shift Hercules. I could just be walking into straight removal, so a big butt here could be really good. Let's play you. Let's discard the other one. And we'll just pass the turn. A 3/6 is nothing to scoff at. Inked another Ursula, plays a Prince John. Sings a sudden chill. Alright, our hand's gonna get low real fast. Do I ink? They're definitely gonna go on the discard shenanigans here. I think I'm just playing a Hercules. Passing. Keep the ink in hand in case I need it for the shift. If I ink and then play the other Hercules, they almost certainly I lose the big Hercules. If I play a Hercules and I'm forced to discard only one card, then I just have to draw an ink, which we could very easily do. I'm thinking about the discard. Bodyguard doesn't really matter, so I'm gonna say no. If I attack this, I take away their singing option. The downside is, if I ink, I could move Meg and gain the 2 lore. So I'm giving that up because they showed me a Prince John, and I'm expecting to discard. Okay, no discard. This is fantastic. So I'm going to ink you. I am going to play you. And we can just quest because opponent's not really showing me much. Okay. The resist on Hercules is really good. They'll have to play something like a Bruno. Or just play a ton of characters and then they can hit me with the Strength of, what is it? Strength of Raging Fire? That's it. I was blanking on the name. Okay, so I need to take out some bodies. I'm thinking I ink this. I can play this. There's two things I can attack. If I move both of these, I still gain the lore while reducing their board. Problem is, what are you gonna hit? Because the only things that I can take out are already exerted. Maybe I'm just holding on to you. Okay, let's ink you. Let's move both characters here. Go into Thebes. And then... take you out. Gain the lore. Take you out. I do take no damage, which is fantastic. Gain the lore. Pass the turn. I do unfortunately have a card in hand that they can make me discard and then they're really into it. So maybe I should have just popped it off on the Ursula just to not give them the satisfaction of card draw. Alright, so I hit the Pluto, which is really stinking good. Because then it loses all of its power. Hercules just slaughters it now. Gain the lore. Challenge you out. Gain the lore. And then I'm going to ink Meg here in case I draw more of my 6-drop Hercules. Then I can just straight up play them. Nice, both my characters dodge muses entirely. Oh, and now I got evasive on Hercules, which is really stinking good. Let's move you. And you know what? Even if I'm not attacking, these both just quest for 2. Alright, if Meg survives and I draw a Hercules, then I just automatically win, which is really good. And she's gone. I had to jinx it. I still quested for 4 here, though. And I did draw a Hercules. You sneaky deck. Too bad she didn't survive to see it. Look at that. Taken out. Emerald. Steel. They didn't get the Diablo line, which, you know, is a thing, but hey, we beat it. Oh boy. I love going first. Okay, so we tried this one, and it did a lot of work, so maybe it's worth doing again. But I'm definitely going to put these both back for being uninkable. You're not the Shift Hercules, so I don't want to see you. And outside of that, I mean, I got a curve. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Discarding this Hercules for the Meg. Just based on what's in my hand. Okay. No 1-drops, though. Okay. It's fine. And you know what? I'm coming across Hercules so frequently. Like, there's a lot in the deck, for sure. That Phil might actually be much more relevant than I was initially giving him credit for this particular deck. Again, he still has this awkward, he costs 4 and there's no ramp in here, so like he comes down late. Zeus is good. I mean, I like all of my cards. I really like all of my cards here. Ink you, pass you. Normally I would ink the Meg, but it is my cheapest character and I want to get into play. Also the 5th Spirit into Diablo, so we're definitely on an Amethyst game plan. Amethyst, with the exception of like Fox, a lot of their characters have small strength, big butts, which makes Zeus not nearly so good. Him having a big butt is great though. Even outclasses a Fox in that instance, survives an attack. But I think we're inking you. Yeah, I'll give you Diablo some strength, why not? And it's gone. Inked Merlin Goat, played Go-Go. Yeah, turn 2/2/2 evasive is still very good. The only reason I like to see another one right now is because it's definitely the card that gets inked. Or discarded, rather. I have to choose to ink something. It's going to be one of these two. Should I try for Phil? It feels like it's going to be not great. But we're going to try. Yeah, they're gonna draw a card, but I'm looking at one character trading for their board. Feels good. Ink Diablo played another Go-Go. We're not gonna get the trade. The evasive is gonna hold for them. They're gonna use and abuse it. Chernobogs will never attack, so I don't have to worry about that. I know, Pegasus. I needed it. But I really want to get some Hercules down and then find my Hera, I think. That'll deal with the evasive. Since Chernobog will never attack, let's go ahead and just quest. If anything, we're going to see quests from the Go-Go's and then see Fox and bounce a Go-Go. Yeah, Chernobog will never attack. It's just a quirk of the AI. Just won't attack. Kit, undo. It would have undone Hercules too, so. Doesn't really help. There's a 1-drop I finally have that I don't need. Do I need to look at the top of their deck? I don't think so. It's not a hero. No synergy. This is not the Meg that cares about Hercules, so I will play Phil again. And we'll continue to quest. I mean, my questing potential still is outclassing them. And if that's all they want to do is just be questing, that's fine. I'm thinking this deck could definitely go... I think I have 2 copies of Thebes. 3, possibly 4 copies, because attacking them down feels really good, especially when it's gaining us lore. Broom into Genie to draw 2 cards is interesting. Genie will make the racing a bit harder. That's for sure. Phil can sing Zeus. Ooh, that's nice. Trying to think if there's a specific order. I don't think so. Phil questing for 2 is also really good. I think singing this and getting rid of Genie is much more useful to me. Alright, Phil will sing it. Phil's going to summon Zeus to defeat a Genie. Then I'll play you. I'll gain the lore from Phil. We're going to quest here. And I'm going to actually challenge the Kit because I do not want Kit being returned to hand and then replayed to bounce my characters. That would be very annoying. I don't have a way to attack evasives just yet. I need to draw a Hera to give Hercules evasive. But I mean, I can't play Hera and Thebes and move Hercules to Thebes all in the same turn. It's too expensive. I'll save it. They're not showing me discard, so if I draw a big Herc, I can still just play a big Herc. Rabbit to draw a bunch of cards. Continues to quest with the Go-Go's. I mean, I'm questing for a ton. I mean, I got a 2-turn clock right here. And I got a big Meg. Ooh, and we got big Meg. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and quest out. Just the questing power alone, like, that didn't even really register to me when I was throwing the deck together, you know. And a lot of these guys quest for 2. Like, keeping a... Okay, we did lose Phil, but keeping a Phil and having a Meg just means I draw 1 Hercules and I win the game. They gotta take out my entire board here. That helps. I mean, no it doesn't. They bounced a Hercules. That fool! Alright, well they just completely threw the game. Oh, and there's a Hades. Okay. Well, we quest here. We play Hercules. We ready Meg. And we quest with Meg. And just like that, with the exception of the Heroes deck, we just defeated Emerald Steel and Amethyst Emerald. 2 really potent powerhouse decks. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And as always for this month, we're going to spin the wheel. These are all the commenters from 2 videos ago, technically. I always say the last video, but it's technically 2 videos ago. Shuffle this up a little bit. And the winner for this one's going to get a 10-card custom booster pack of all rares, super rares, and legendaries. And then if you want to be a part of the grand prize raffle, I have 2 enchanteds I'm giving out. I'm giving 4 copies of the DLC Dragonfire. So 1 person's going to get all 4 of those cards. 1 person's going to get 2 enchanteds from the latest set. 1 person's going to get the booster box of the latest set, plus a playmat that I got for it. And then somebody else is going to win one of these Stitch gift set things with the Stitch binder and the Stitch promo stuff. Yeah. So you got to be a Patreon member at the $25 tier. Link is in the description down below. Now let's find out who's going to win some free cards right now. It's happening. I've already spun it. It's slowing down. Yeah, I'm giggling for, I'll tell you. So, congratulations, Zachariah Evans. All you have to do is reach out to me via Discord. Link is in the description down below. Send me a direct message. I just need your shipping information for this guy. Or you can go to my homepage here on YouTube, find my email address, and shoot me an email. Same thing, just need your shipping information. I was giggling because look how close Gambit is again. This fool's gonna think that I'm just cheating him out of this. That's so funny. I'm sorry, Gambit. Someday you'll win. It might not be this month though, by the looks of it.